Hey, welcome to Grandpa Sees the Blinking. Please don't take anything Grandpa says as financial advice. Grandpa is not a financial planner. And if you would, please like, share, and subscribe. Hey, I gained a subscriber. Oh, maybe they don't all hate me. Well, maybe they do. And it's all good. Grandma will protect Grandpa. Well, maybe. Okay, so I'm going to get right into it because it's church night, and I'm looking forward to that. Okay, from high to low today, we had real good movement, $22.10, and that's the thing about Tesla. It's got some good movement, especially lately, and I think it's going to continue. You know, when you got a stock that moves $20, $30, $50 a day, you got opportunity. That's what you got. Okay, we had a high in Tesla today of 344.60. We had a low of 322.50, and we closed in the green at 330.24. Okay, Tesla is still overbought, okay, but that don't mean it's going to plummet. It's a little less overbought than it was the other day. And really, what a stock could just keep running overbought. It has more to do with the risk reward. The more overbought it is, the more risky it is to buy it. And so, like for example, it's overbought today at 330. The other day it was overbought at 360, and it's just that at 330 it's a little less overbought, so it's a better buy, obviously, by about $30. So that's really risk reward. And then I my last live stream, I must have said at least 10 times that the new top pivot point is 267.20. Well, I was only off by $100. I wrote down the wrong number, and so when I'm reading it off my sheet, I just didn't think about it until I went back through stuff. So the real top pivot point is $367.20. And we only went up on our charts to 362.80. But they did it in the middle of the night when none of us can trade except whoever's able to trade at 11:30 or midnight. Type of deal. But the real top pivot point is 367.20. And I'm going to tell you right now, we're looking for a new bottom pivot point. And I'll talk a little more about that in just a little bit. We have PPI coming out at 8:30 a.m. tomorrow morning. The report, I have no idea whether it's going to be good or bad, and it hardly matters because they'll most likely go up and then go down, or vice versa. But I think we're going to see an upswing first here tomorrow. Let's see, and I'll tell you why. Okay, the indexes, one was down, one was up, and they were really close to even, so we'll call them flat. And of course, Tesla outperformed in the green. Let's see, divergence. And we got divergence. Okay, volume declined by 27 million shares today on higher prices, and that is slightly bearish. And so I'm hoping it dips down just enough to fill Grandpa so that I can sell them tomorrow. And Grandma's trying to do the same thing. I know Jeff is planning on doing the same thing. I was down trying to buy. Well, forget about that. Let's get on with the deal here. Dominant trend is down because we currently still have a sell signal in the daily chart. So the dominant trend overall is down as we bounce upward here. Okay, upside resistance. We have some resistance in the, but we're going to have a little bit around that 334 area and 337, 347, 361, and where I think we really might have something decent for resistance is psychologically at the 400 area and 415. And it's very likely that we see that 400 area this next week, Grandpa thinks. It's, if not the following week. It just depends on how long we go around down here. Downside support, 270 area is real support. 280 to 285 is real support. And could possibly be our new bottom pivot point. 315, 310 area is trends. We stagnated there a while. And they've done a lot of blinking in that 310, 315 area as of late, as well as the 285 and the 270 and the 220 area. So, or 320 area. Now, 321.40 last night was our low. Okay, it is possible, and I'm seeing signs that might possibly be our new low bottom pivot point. Problem is, it'll be in the 360s or 370s before I know for sure that that's our new bottom pivot point. That the way the stock moves. So I'm torn as to whether it's going to be 285 or 270 or 257 for that low bottom pivot point. But there is a real possibility on what I'm seeing here that crazy number 321.40 might be our new bottom pivot point, and it's going to go down till we get one. We just don't know if that's it yet. Now, if it is it, this thing's going to go to 400 without you if you're waiting for 300 or 285 or 272. So keep that in mind also. Fair opening price for Thursday the 14th is $332.50. I believe we've been stable enough. I believe we're going to hit that number. I think we're going to run for a while tomorrow in the mid 330 range and possibly get up into that 340 range. That's Grandpa's opinion on that. But I'm right 9 out of 10 times on my opening price. And when I'm wrong, it's usually after we've had a huge movement of over $30 in one direction or the other, or $50 move. That's usually when I'm off, because I do fair opening price is what I calculate, and it takes a while to come back down to earth after it starts making crazy moves. Blinking after hours here tonight, we had blinking at 322.50, pulling us down, and we're virtually moving sideways right now, by the way, and 318 and above, other than within $3 of the price point, we have nothing blinking up above, which is pretty bizarre to say the least. And what it tells Grandpa, I'll tell you what that tells Grandpa, is that the pressure right now is downward temporarily, just temporarily after hours. And I'm seeing the red. I'll show you the 1 minute chart just so you can see it. Try to get it where you can see it halfway decent. We're getting some red candles, and that reflects in that. We're moving straight sideways, but the majority of our candles here in the last little bit are red, and we had this little red spurt here. We had that little red spurt there, and but she's holding tight right around this 330 and 80 area for currently, but the outlook for Tesla is so unbelievably awesome, with Elon being the government efficiency director of government efficiency, along with the WICK Ramaswamy helping him on that job, and the regulations that they removed from our government and our country and our companies are just going to be massive. That's why the market's been doing so well since all this was announced. And Tesla, we got about 67 days till Trump is in that office. And I see Tesla as a huge, huge buying opportunity. I don't care what price you buy it at. I just really believe it's a huge opportunity. Also, Grandpa's opinion is that within 90 days, it's very possible that we'll see 445, if not more. And within a 90-day period, I really think we're going to see more than that. I'm leaning towards 30 days for $400. But, okay, Grandpa's opinion, because I got church. Grandpa's opinion, Tesla is a buying opportunity. Forget about trading Tesla. Just get one or two stock shares and keep them. Think of it as a super savings account. Listen to 4 or 5 of my last live streams. Go back and listen. I make the case why 7,000 is coming probably this year. And I'm not the only one making the case. Per share, okay, if not more. And I make that case, but I also make a case for 100,000 per share, okay? And you say, oh, Grandpa, you're crazy. Well, when you sell your shares at $50,000 each, don't blame Grandpa if a year later they're... Hey, wait a second. Is church 7 or 6? 7, I thought. Yeah, it's 7. Okay, Grandma's taken off somewhere. So don't blame Grandpa, or don't blame Grandma either, because it's a possibility. And if you listen to what I have to say about it, you might see that it's got potential, real potential. It could be life-changing for people. And the other thing is tell others, even if they could just get one share, could be huge for somebody. I don't want people to say, why didn't you tell me about this? Why didn't you tell me? You got 2 Tesla shares and now you got $200,000. Why didn't you tell me? I would have bought one of those Tesla shares. Well, give them the opportunity. Tell somebody that if you don't want to do it yourself, at least tell somebody else so they can listen to crazy Grandpa. And there's others. I listen to people all day long that are far smarter than Grandpa that are singing the tune finally. Grandpa's been talking about it for way too long. Uh, but you know, I absolutely, I don't want people to say to me, why didn't you tell me? It's the same thing with eternity and Christianity. Why didn't why didn't you tell me about Jesus when they're in hell? They're going to look at you and they're going to say, why didn't you tell me about Jesus? Why didn't you tell me about Tesla? Why didn't you? Why didn't you tell your friend? Uh, you know, uh, I don't care. I get my shares through Schwab brokerage. Okay, you can get them through Robinhood. You can get them through whoever. I don't care. Edward Jones, tell them to buy you a share. Just get one. I make nothing off of it. Uh, I just believe. I simply believe that it can change your life. I got people that are try to get one share whenever they get the money together. And they're not my people, but I know them. They're friends. They're family. Not just family, but friends. And it's worth taking a look at. It's worth taking a look at. Think of it as a savings for your future. It can change your life. If you get 10 of them, and I'm right, if you get 10 shares of Tesla over the next however long it takes you to get enough money to get 10 of them, $3,000 something dollars, if you get 10 of them and they're worth $1 million and 7 years from now or 5 years from now or 3 years from now or 9 years from now, whatever it is, that's $1 million. That's $1 million. And that wouldn't hurt nothing. Remember, you got to give 10% to church. At least, if not more. So, okay, Grandpa's got to get ready for church. So, hope you enjoyed this. I'm bullish on Tesla, by the way. I don't know if you noticed that, and just the way it is. So, okay, let me see. Oh, hey, think about eternity once in a while. Grandpa does. See you later. Oh, wait a second. What day is it's evening? I think I'm going to come back in the morning and goof around. I did today for about 40 minutes or so and had a good time. So I might do that again tomorrow. Otherwise, I'll come back tomorrow night. Okay, good luck. $332.50 is the fair opening price. So right now you got the opportunity to make a couple bucks, but I think she's going to dip a little bit before 8 p.m. See you later. Bye-bye.